how does engagement play into your success in maintaining a sense of community?
Well, for us, because our citizens are so involved and so tuned in to what's going on, we really saw that COVID and being quarantined really impacted our citizens the most. Just because we have parks and rec facilities, those types of things, but our staff and our other departments were really proactive. Just to give you a couple examples, we do a big annual anniversary celebration in May every year. Obviously, we weren't able to do the celebration that we normally do, but our communications team came together and we actually did a virtual celebration. So we had several DJs and they were able we streamed them on all our social media and on YouTube. So the DJs performed. In between songs, we had citizens that had pre-recorded videos that we would play that spoke about people's connection to the community. So it was just a way for us to transform something that we'd normally had done an in-person thing that really was a benefit to the community and did it virtually, but still had citizen participation. And so that was very well received. Another thing that we've done, our community and regulatory affairs departments that does all of our permitting and planning. We had already been working on this, but it was not slated to roll out as fast as it did, but doing virtually 100% online permitting. And so when COVID hit, we flipped the switch, went totally online so that developers and builders could submit all of their plans online virtually. They could pay their fees when they submitted the plans. Our engineers could mark up the plans on, virtually, send those comments back to the developers or to the builders. And that's how we really kept revenue coming in for the city, because we didn't close down those parts of our operation. And I will say we closed our city hall down around March 13th. Our city hall is still closed. We have not opened back up yet, and it doesn't look like we're going to open up until January. So we've still been maintaining the level and quality of services to the citizens, but we've done it virtually. And then we've also just really been engaged with making sure that we provide information about COVID. For the first 3 or 4 months, we were sending out a daily newsletter with updates about the numbers in the area. I don't know if most people know, but city of South Fulton was the first hotspot really in Georgia. That's where the first school cases came out of in the state, where they closed down Fulton County school systems. So early on, we were impacted with the impacts of COVID. And so just being able to disseminate information, keeping our citizens engaged was something that we were very proactive in.
Christopher, did your engagement strategies evolve much in connecting with your business community?
Absolutely. So one of the things from a business standpoint that we realized early on, especially when we had a total lockdown of the city, was that they were really, really struggling. And of course, we knew it was bad, but we didn't really understand how bad it was. And so one of the things that we did from an economic development standpoint is that we sent out a survey to all of our businesses in our city. And it was a questionnaire that had, things that were related to COVID and the impact of their business, and they submitted those responses, and we used that information to develop strategies to help our businesses during that time. And so one of the things that we rolled out was South Fulton United Fund. And what the South Fulton United Fund allowed us to do was we raised money from businesses, but also from the citizens. We did a big campaign where we pushed out the South Fulton United Fund to the citizens, and everybody contributed. And what we did was our frontline workers that were still going to work every day, we provided them lunch every day. But the caveat was we only bought lunches from local mom and pop restaurants in the city. And so we were spending about $2,000 to $2,500 a day, but we were infusing cash into restaurants that had been closed or had been just doing takeout. And we had restaurants calling us, telling us that they were able to make payroll that week because of the order that we had placed. And so that was just a way that we engaged the community and what I call our corporate citizens to help our restaurants segments, but to also provide some moral support for our frontline employees that were still out there working every day.
That is such a cool thing. What a creative way. I mean, I would just think that your business community would just greatly appreciate it from all sorts of respects, just being able to feel connected, as well as kind of pushing that money back into the into the local economy. That's really spectacular. Thanks.